This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we're dealing with a Frigidaire dishwasher that's really noisy. This is due to the circulation motor bearings being rusted or worn out. So when it goes to do the wash, it's pretty loud. So we're just taking out the filter, making sure there's nothing caught in there. This is not part of the disassembly, but it's just good to make sure there's no junk caught in there that might pollute the new circulation motor. So it looks pretty good. Set that aside. We got the trays out already. We're going to make sure we unplug it or turn off the breaker so we have no power. And here's the new circulation motor. These cost about $70. And we're going to be removing the two Phillips head screws that hold the dishwasher into the cabinet. Sometimes you'll need to also, besides unplugging it, you have to undo your drain line and your water line. This one, the drain and water lines were long enough where I could pull the machine out of the cabinet and just tilt it on its side. Just depends on how it was installed. And you can usually tell looking under the sink if you have a lot of extra water line and drain line. So I'm just pulling it out now from the cabinet. You might have to lower the legs underneath the dishwasher also to get it out. This one was really just being held in by the two Phillips head screws. We're going to wiggle this out. We got all the water out already, so when we tilt it, we shouldn't have any water draining. So I'm tilting it on its We're facing it on its left side, and that'll give me good access to the circulation motor. So here's the new one, comparing it. And I noticed that underneath this dishwasher there was a lot of dust, so it might have gotten in and been part of why this wore out faster than normal. So I'm removing these two modular connectors. I think this dishwasher was only 6 years old. And then it's pretty easy to get this out. We're just going to remove this clamp with a Torx 15 fastener remover. You can get these at the hardware store. So you zip out these two screws, and then this bracket just pulls towards you. That's really all that's holding in the circulation motor. Just kind of wiggle it, pull it towards you, comes out. And then you grab the circulation motor, wiggle it, and lift, and it'll come loose. And we're going to be using these two black rubber O-rings from the old one. So we're going to be also cleaning out where the old one came out. Some of these come with new O-rings. This one didn't, so I'm going to be reusing the ones from the old circulation motor. I took them off and then I cleaned them really good underneath the sink. Made sure they didn't have any little pieces of food. So I got off the old O-rings, cleaned them really good, and then put them in on the new circulation motor. And just they're two different sizes, one small, one big. The big one goes at the bottom and the small one goes at the top. And just take your time making sure that you get them in where they sit really flat. Once they're seated, they have a little slot that they go into. Just cleaning right now, cleaning the O-rings. I put a little bit of liquid detergent on the O-rings so I can slide this in better. I wiggle it in, I get my bracket, slide it in, and then I'll put on those two Torx 15 screws to hold it in. This particular circulation motor is pretty easy to put in. Should take you about 15 minutes total. So get these screws in tight, then I'll do my modular connections. I cleaned out a lot of the dust that was sitting down there because that was going to get pulled into the fan part of the circulation motor that keeps it cool. And that's, I think, probably what happened to the old one. So I'm going to make sure I get these two connectors in so they sit all the way flat. You don't want to install your dishwasher and then find that the circulation motor won't turn on. So these two modular connectors have to click all the way in. There we go. Got all that cleaned up. We're tilting it back up into position. We're just going to slide it in. Got to tuck in the sound insulation as you're pushing it back in the cabinet. Just kind of go side to side, make sure the sound insulation is coming in as you push it in. Give it a little push, get it all the way in so it's nice and square, and then I'll put in those two Phillips head screws to hold it in. Put the filter back in. We'll put the spray arm in, and then we're going to put in the other part of the filter assembly that holds the spray arm in position. So you get this in and then just turn it until it locks into position. There we go, spray arms are good. Making sure it's nice and straight. And we'll put in those two Phillips head screws. Sometimes the material for the countertop you can't put screws into, and then you're just going to have to push the legs up so far that the tension from the legs holds the dishwasher up into the top of the cabinet. But usually there's wood that you can screw into. So I'm going to grab the upper rack, put that back in. Of course, this is a lot easier if the rack is empty. I was just in a hurry, but normally it's good to empty your dishwasher before so that you're not dealing with as much weight. So we're just sliding the wheels back into the rack, and then there's a couple of little plastic pieces you put at the end of the rack that locks the rack into position. These are called stops. Just push it down all the way, and then push the front part of it in. It'll click. Do the other side. Push it down. Clicks. Got it. Alright, then the bottom rack just slides in. Again, a lot easier if there's no weight in there so you don't hurt your back. And now we should have a dishwasher that's much quieter because these have brand new bearings. I noticed too when I pulled out the old one that the impeller that pushes the water was just full of food debris, so it probably wasn't washing the dishes very well. And I got a feeling these people probably don't rinse their dishes prior to putting them in, and that's why you got to have a technician come out and help you, because that'll ruin a dishwasher. Really good idea to rinse it first. So testing it out, it's running good, much quieter now. I'll let them know about the idea of rinsing the dishes so that I don't have to come back within a year's time. And everything looks good. We got it nice and clean underneath so it won't suck dust up into the circulation motor fan. We got a happy dishwasher. So thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe when you get a chance.